Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're getting back to work on the Yamaha YZ250 and we should get a ton of work done and get all the mechanical stuff dialed in today. And I also have a really big announcement that I'm going to be making in today's video that I'm super excited to share with you guys. So make sure to stay tuned for that and to see how far we get on the bike today. But there's a ton of stuff to do, so I'm going to go ahead and go inside and we can get to work. All right guys, so we are back inside, ready to get to work on the bike here. Last time we got started on the bars, but we couldn't actually finish them just because we were missing the grips. So I got the grips in and we're ready to finish these off. And then a couple other random small things like putting in the spark plug and things like that. Okay guys, so I got a ton of stuff done on the bars and I'll talk to you guys about what I chose for the components. But I think so far the bars are looking pretty sweet here. I'm really happy with everything. Obviously there's a lot going on, so let's kind of dive into what I chose and kind of why I chose it. So for grips, I went with a set of ODI lock-on grips just because they're easier to install and they got a real good feel to them. So happy with these. And then as you saw, I popped off the back cap of them. And that allowed me to install these hand guards from Polysport. So if you haven't heard of Polysport, they basically make anything body component related or plastic related on your bike. I'll have a link down below to these handguards if you want to check them out, but these things are tough. They got real strong plastic on here, like I can hardly bend this plastic, and then this aluminum's real strong as well. So super happy with these handguards, and then they really look sick with everything else on the bike. But yeah, after that I did the Electron fuel system throttle cable here. So when you get the Electron carb, it comes with its own throttle cable. So I went ahead and threw that on. I'll put the carb on later in this video and kind of talk to you guys about that. And then the clutch cable here from All Balls. They do bearings and seals. I use a lot of their bearings and seals on this bike. So if you guys need to get your bike freshened up, I check them out. I'll have a link down below in the description. Just high quality stuff here. Happy with this clutch cable. And then the Tusk stainless steel brake line here. Reason why I went with this, because the old ones were crusty, and this one's just got a cool blue look to really match in with everything else. So I'm super happy with this cable here. What I will mention is this is actually broken, so I need to get a new one of these clamps because this is loose on here. This end is supposed to come on and attach to there, and there's actually another clamp that'll go on the fork guard down here later on. And then I went ahead, threw a new spark plug in here, and actually just to keep the dust off of the piston, I might have a new surprise coming for you guys with the cylinder head, so stay tuned for that. But I did put the clutch cable in, but I do need to get a new gasket. Somehow I lost the gasket here. So overall, to kind of conclude on all of that, I think the bars came out absolutely amazing. I want to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments, what you think of them. I know there's a lot going on, but I think there's some sweet components on here like the TrailTech Vapor and the handguards that really make this bike set up for enduro. So I'm really excited to get everything finished up and finally get to use all of these controls here. But next, I want to talk to you guys about that announcement I was talking about earlier on during the intro. So I wanted to take a second to say thank you to you guys for all of your support. You may have noticed that the channel did pass 50,000 subscribers. It's crazy. We were just at 1,000 about this time last year. So awesome that the channel's been doing so well, and it's really big thanks to you guys on that. But with that said, I've been working really hard and decided to partner up to create a website that's going to help you guys out, and then also going to help the channel to continue to grow and take on bigger and better projects, and then show you guys what you can create at home with your hands. I'm just 20 years old, so if I can do it, then you guys can do it too. But the goal of the website is going to be to provide the best possible parts for you guys at the best possible prices, and then also provide really great customer service and be able to be there for you guys and answer any questions you have on what parts fit your bike, what parts are the best for your bike, and that sort of thing. We're also selling parts for ATVs, UTVs, and pretty much anything power sports. So if you guys are interested in any of those, I can help you out with that stuff too. My email and Instagram DM is down in the description. I usually get back to my DMs a little bit quicker, and I might add a live chat feature to the site sometime in the future, just to be able to help you guys with your questions on what's going to be best, whether it's an MX bike, enduro bike, what product's best for you. So by now you're probably wondering what the site's called and where you can find it. So I have it linked down below in the description for you guys to check out, and also have it up here on the screen for you guys to go look at it. But I'd really appreciate you guys' feedback. We've had it up for a little bit now, but still trying to refine it and just make it best for you guys. So let us know what we can continue to do to improve it. We're continually adding products as we go and making it better, but your guys' feedback will always be helpful. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys are looking for a way to support the channel now, I'd really appreciate you guys bookmarking the site, going and checking it out, and getting the parts for your bike. We can source pretty much anything, so if it's not up there listed yet, let me know and I could probably still get it for you guys. But anyways, I'll be talking about it more in the future as the site continues to add products and get better. But now we can get back. I really appreciate you guys listening. Let's get back to working on the bike here. So you'll probably notice that the bike is a little bit top heavy right now. It's wanting to knock over the stand. So we're going to start putting some stuff on the back here, get the weight more back here. So we're going to put on the carburetor, sprocket, the rear spring, stuff like that. That's going to help balance the bike out again. Alright guys, well the rear shock is all on here and looking awesome. I got a brand new top bearing and bottom bearing from All Balls, and then NV2 assembled the shock and valved it for my weight. So I'm super excited to try this out. They also did the front forks, if you guys remember from the last video, but it should be super plush and set up for enduro and desert riding. So next up, I did the, I also did the rear sprocket here, or front sprocket, and this is from Super Sprox. The old one was just super rusty and worn out, so definitely needed a new one on here, and this one actually felt quite a bit lighter than the old one, so whatever that means, should be definitely a good thing to have it lighter. So and then also just a new locking plate here. You want to replace these. And if you guys have been watching the videos up until this point, you know I'm going to be running the new Electron H Series carburetor. But if you haven't been, or if you haven't heard of Electron, basically what they are is your traditional carburetor would need to be jetted and adjusted depending on different altitudes or riding conditions. So this Electron H Series, the reason why it's so handy and perfect for an enduro bike is it's going to self-adjust to those different situations, whether that's you're doing change in altitude throughout the day on a trail, or you're riding in a cold season on a snow bike or something like that. So definitely excited to try this puppy out. This is the H Series, so the older carburetor. I had that on the Honda CR125 I built and was really happy with it. So I can't imagine I won't be happy with this one. They just improved a couple of things. They made it, I think, a little bit shorter in length so it installs easier, and then they did a couple performance things as well. But yeah, super good upgrade for this bike. I've heard on the Yamaha YZ250s, they actually get a good bit of bottom and mid-range power boost from these carburetors, so definitely excited to have this on here. Okay, so before we get back to work, guys, I did want to mention about the wheels. I had them all set up and perfect for the riding, but I have some bad news. This hub here, I came with the bike, so I just assumed and didn't double check that it was actually for this bike, so it's a dumb mistake on my part. But it turns out these hubs are actually for a different bike, which is why none of the wheel bearing kits I've ordered for it are going to fit. Even though I can find kits that have the right outer diameter, nothing's going to have the right inner diameter for these hubs unless I went with a custom set of bearings. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to tear down this wheel and then actually powder coat the new hub over here and get it looking the same as this one. But yeah, it kind of sucks. I could do the custom wheel bearings. I just don't want to wait for them. And honestly, I enjoy doing the powder coating and building the wheels, so I don't really mind doing it again. I was hoping to install them in this video, but I'll probably just have to wait since it is kind of a time-consuming process until the next video. Alright, but now that you guys know what's going on with the wheels, I'm going to go ahead and throw the radiators on. Alright guys, well we got the radiators on here, the brand new radiator lines from Tusk, and then our front expansion chamber here, or I guess our only expansion chamber, and then our subframe. I just put this on here to add some weight to the back. I might have to take it off when putting the airbox on. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, let's take this bike outside and see how it looks in the sun. Alright guys, thanks for watching to the end of the video. As you can see, the bike is coming together absolutely amazing. If you guys don't want to miss it coming together all the way, make sure to subscribe and turn those post notifications on. And then I also do want to say, if you guys want to see behind the scenes content on the bike or just photos of it before it reaches YouTube, make sure to follow me on Instagram. And also, if you want to help support the channel, make sure to buy your parts and accessories from the D-Zone. Alright guys, I'll catch you in the next video.